What it dooski? It's your boy FailWhale. Today, y'all, we are checking out Stargate Season number 9, Episode number 5. This is SG-1, SG-34. Things are getting going in the show. We have Vala. We have. I was gonna say Rodney. That's an SGA. Also, which last episode SGA was actually particularly fun. Anyway, we've got the new feel and vibe for season 9. So let's just keep it going. How about that, right? Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't dived already, and let's get right into it. All right, we are at the mountain.
What are you doing here?
Are you bored of bothering Jackson?
Hey, you're supposed to be going out on missions through the Stargate. So let's go. Let's rid the galaxy of evildoers. I really can help. I know how things work out there. I'm physically capable. I'm good with weapons. Not to mention seductively attractive.
You left out selfish and untrustworthy.
Hey, yo.
How about independent and resourceful? Priors have been reported on 43 different planets already.
Yeah, that's what the file said.
G.I. John.
Relationship with the people in the one you've designated P8X412. They trust me.
Mm-hmm.
What? Where are you going?
I'll talk to Landry. Anyone who trusts you is obviously in a great deal of danger.
So it must be evident that the Jello at the SGC must slap. Everyone loves it.
Why are we sneaking around, avoiding everybody?
I already told you, they won't recognize me dressed like this. Fortunately, I left a couple of spare outfits behind. I'll be right back.
Good evening. Alright, that's not a good sign. Oh.
These are the weapons of our god, Katesh. Who are you?
Oh, Vala is their god, bet. The moment she said I have to go change, I'm like, yeah, that she's enslaving them.
Then you are foolish. I would not abandon you.
She's got a voice
I
modifier.
am your god.
It's kind of fucked up. Also similar to what, it's not too far from what Harry... no, Harry was being a king, not being a god. There's a difference, right? There is a difference.
How is it these people don't know the Gould have fallen?
Well, most of these worlds are pretty isolated, and I would be very surprised if anyone here actually knew how to operate the game.
He knows not your power. Why
What are you doing?
It's a play. Don't worry, I think it will be over soon. They will eat. What your mind may or may not be able to imagine is really none of my concern. Now kindly get out of your god's face.
conquest you have never met the likes of Katesh.
It's actually pretty messed up.
No man.
Thanks be to you, Katesh.
I would like to hear about the visitor who arrived through the Chopper Eye. It is pointless lying to your god, Azdak. I am all-knowing as well as all-beautiful.
I did not believe a word he said, my lord. I swear it.
Some of you did.
Some thought maybe you had abandoned us. They were weak, my lord.
Now go, while I consider your punishment.
Yes, of course.
Well, that was easy.
This was one of the many planets that Katesh ruled over when I was her host. Fortunately, I discovered that news of Katesh's demise had not reached this little mining outpost.
So you kept the mining Naquative for you?
The mine was practically barren by the time I got here, but this planet acted as a safe haven for me until I got back on my feet. I am still supposed to be their god. I can't exactly go out there and ask them if they're going to listen to me.
I wasn't expecting you to. I'll just have to explain them we're not as faithful as you might like to believe, and if necessary, I'll also tell them we're plotting to kill you.
I have heard better plans.
I kind of like it.
Shut up.
How are the staff evaluations coming?
They're done. They'll be on your desk by tomorrow morning. That's when they're due, right?
Oh, I miss Fraser.
Yeah,
She reminds me of her.
In our case, what?
Well, it's just that we know each other a little better than, say, I do. Colonel Garrett, the munitions supply officer. Do we have to do this here?
You want to have lunch? Fine. Tomorrow noon, I will be there as ordered.
It's not an order.
Damn. You don't need to air out your dirty laundry in the office, guys.
I had even lost the ability to stand. You're standing now. The prior, he cured me.
Oh, wow.
Blasphemer! Just take it easy.
I'm sorry, but I will not have him speak against Katesh like that in my presence.
I mean, if I'm walking,
We don't have to get anybody here. We just want to hear what he has to say.
I'm throwing up a prayer. I'm not gonna lie.
Go ahead.
All he asked in return was that I tell others, that I spread the word of the Ori.
When is this prior to return?
Tomorrow.
Convenient.
Fool, speak no more. I shall strike you down in the name of our true God.
I said, take it easy.
Gets a little dicey when gods versus gods start getting
And
brought
pray
up.
when she slays the...
Oh boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Glory be to Katesh!
Me and Daniel always
Glory
1
to
to
the
1.
This is why you wanted to come back to this planet?
All of this is mine. So this planet does fall
Damn.
to pride.
Imagine getting a storage room, but also being a god and
This
enslaving people at the same
treasure
time.
is the least of our concerns right now.
Many of the villagers believe the Ori to be true gods and worthy of their loyalty.
All the more reason why we should pack all of this up right now and get out of here.
Commanding these people to obey you and not the Ori is not going to work, especially once that prior comes back.
And we do not want to get into a god-off.
All right. What can we fight with then? How can we stop this prior from corrupting these people?
Okay, we have a very limited window of opportunity here. If you tell these people how you fooled them and why, we might be able to make them skeptical about the prior.
Or it could push them towards believing in the Ori as true gods even more.
True enlightenment must begin with the truth.
Oh, please, the truth is so overrated.
Look, for once, just do the right thing here, okay? Trust me.
You will be executed first light tomorrow. Imposter.
That didn't go well. But yeah, I mean, like, I guess that would be the best way to go about it. Just say, hey, sorry for being phony baloney. But these people who pull up and have magical powers and are speaking gospel, they're fake too. That's a kind of a hard sell. Then why would they trust you, right? It's kind of a hard pitch.
I can't believe you all just stood there and let them imprison me.
What were we supposed to do?
You have guns, don't you?
There's like over 100 people there.
And? I'm sorry, I got a little nervous, what with the whole execution looming and all.
Just believe me, it is not going to come to that. Mitchell and Teal'c are talking to them right now. Trust me. This time.
Fine, she made a mistake. It was a big mistake. It was a whopper, but you can't just kill her.
Why not?
Does she not deserve a trial?
I was about to say, we're really going to do the trial again.
Your people are looking for leadership. They're looking to you. So you've got to decide.
That episode's kind of goated now that I think about
What
it. The
kind
trial of
society you
Teal'c.
want to have?
It's a classic, I
One where
think.
people get...
You want to hold a Maldoran.
Isn't that her name?
Katesh established a process several years ago, a way to settle disputes between two parties.
No way.
How'd it go?
What's the plan? You're gonna blow up this door, lay down suppression fire so that we can rush out through the hidden escape passage? A Maldoran? They're gonna let me be the judge?
Don't think so.
Then it's not a real Maldoran, is it?
Our trial is public. We can use the forum to expose what it is to be a false god and warn the community about the priors.
You're right, actually.
Welcome. And thank you all for coming. After both presentations have been made, we shall all decide what is to be done to the false god Katesh.
All right, let's sit back and check it out.
The first claim of 7, mass murder.
Wait a second.
The second claim of 7, mass torture.
Excuse me, hi. Sorry to interrupt. The person seated before you didn't do those things. As we discussed when she confessed, Vala was a host to a Gould, parasite. It was that Gould symbiote named Katesh that committed the atrocities you're talking about. Vala herself can only be held responsible for the actions she did after that Gould was removed.
Very well. Assuming your assertion to be true.
All right, let's hear the list.
The first claim of 4,
Okay, 3 got knocked off.
planetary-wide forced labor.
Yep, that's accurate.
I, perhaps more than any of you, feel great sorrow. The conditions of poverty that we now suffer are her fault and her fault alone.
I'm with him on that.
He's good.
I'm dead.
Daniel?
Yes, she betrayed you. She used you as slave labor.
Not the opening statement I would have.
Excuse me. He's not about to walk his way out of
She
this
came
one.
forward knowing full well how you would feel. She did it because there's a greater threat in this galaxy she thought you deserved to know about. We know a prior of the Ori has come here. He's been sent to this village to convince you to worship beings more powerful than all of us. But you must know that, like Vala, they're not gods.
You speak well, Daniel Jackson of the planet.
Ah, this is the one who got converted.
What is a god?
That is the thesis of this new season.
Power?
That's actually the whole point of it, right? It's like, what defines a god, right? Just things like, yeah, that's. I'm liking the questions being asked this season.
That's the one that tried to burn us to death. Twice.
The only question you may ask yourself is, why must I believe? Those seeking eternal salvation can follow the word of the Ori. Those that do not shall die as mortals. The day of reckoning approaches. Your destiny awaits.
He's pretty good, too.
We are so dead.
Many of us believe.
But not all of us.
The Ori healed this man that was sick, this man who could barely walk.
This device has the power to heal, if you know how to use it. It's called technology.
Technology.
Yes, knowledge, understanding of the way things work, of the science of the universe.
As you have said, the Ori have a greater understanding of the universe, but most importantly, they are willing to share it with us. Only a fool would turn away.
Just because the Ori know more than we do doesn't make them gods.
You are all children of the Ori, but you've been raised by evil. The true nature of the universe has
That
been
one's
kept
stressed.
from you. It is time to open your eyes.
All hail the Ori!
Origin show you the way.
Killing someone for not worshiping you, regardless of your power, is wrong. Very wrong.
The choice is yours.
Give us another chance, I beg you. Please.
Believe in the power of the Ori, or be laid down in the dust.
Escort the prisoner back to the cell.
Wait.
We're done with the Maldoran.
I know what the Ori seem to be offering you may sound very tempting.
We are poverty-stricken. Why should we reject the knowledge and education to better ourselves?
But you can have all that without giving up your freedom.
Would we not be ignorant and deserving of punishment for failing to see the plain truth before us?
It's kind of crazy for Daniel to be like, yes, you were all enslaved by Vala. Yes, your lives are terrible because of her actions so selfishly pretending to be a god after the fact of being removed from the symbiote. But at least she told you. Oh my god. It's kind of funny. Yes, I murdered your family, and you didn't know who it was, but at least I filled the police report after. And admitted I did it.
How's your mother?
Why don't you call her and find out for yourself?
I'm trying. To tell you the truth, I don't even really know where to start.
Start what? The long road back to happily ever after?
I had a job to do.
I thought this was supposed to be a professional meeting about my staff. That's why I'm here.
Excuse me.
You need to work on your anti-Ori speech. That prior almost had me believing. You
It's a
are
great
asking
shot.
people to stand up and put their lives on the line.
I really believe it's the only way we're going to have to defend ourselves against them.
You said the prior's a human, right? A few well-aimed shots might at least get their attention. Problem is that what the priors are offering sounds quite good. Until you get to the whole prostrating and burning people alive bits.
Well, I personally know without a doubt the priors are bad.
So creepy.
No, the Ori are wrong for doing what they're doing, but the part that I haven't figured out yet, the part that's really bothering me, is why they're doing it.
I wonder how Jack would have handled this situation. Because I feel like once Vala realized that... Well, I think once... If Jack were in this situation, he saw that Vala was enslaving these people, he would have had a harsher reaction off the rip, I feel.
Your punishment will be imprisonment for the rest of your life.
What? Right, Aztec, after everything we've been through.
You made me rub your feet. You lied and abused the people of this planet.
What about the prior?
Settlement is divided. Many believe the Ori are worthy of our devotion.
Vachna has fallen ill.
That's the man the prior healed.
Yes.
Please hurry. We fear he might be close to death.
Maybe we can help.
I do not want you near me.
Take it easy.
It's okay, she's not gonna hurt him.
What was the issue?
How do you feel now?
What have you done to me?
You think that if we're united and tell this prior we will not heed his word, he will merely go away and leave us alone?
Whatever happens, we'll be here to back you up.
Oh wait, that guy's dead. Because he's gonna have to blow up. It's a one-way trip, no?
In exchange for saving Vachna's life, I have decided to reopen the issue of your life imprisonment.
Thank you.
You all right?
Yes, it's just been a very long day.
Many have fallen ill.
So is it when the Ori pop up, they release a pathogen? That's an interesting idea. So it's like either you join us and you survive, or you die, literally, like on the spot.
Thank you. How many have fallen ill?
I've lost count, but it's a lot.
Come on, we need you for here.
Okay, this is changing things.
We're doing our best to quarantine the sick. Vala's using the healing device to cure them as they come in, but they're piling up pretty quick.
It doesn't sound like we're dealing with something transmitted from person to person, not that fast. We could be looking at a common source, possibly water or food.
Looks like these priors want to show us they're going to play hardball.
Well, they're definitely trying to establish some credibility, sir. But I reckon we could use some backup.
On the way, Colonel.
Walt pulls up with the P90 and MP5.
You all right?
You needed backup, sir.
You can do this.
I'm not so sure.
Look, I know using that hand device must be taking a lot out of you.
Each one is getting harder each time. It takes longer and they keep coming. I don't think I can save this whole village, Daniel.
You have to keep trying. Give me a minute.
Now, please.
He said, please.
He was just fine.
Well, he's not fine now.
I healed him.
We must give in. They're too powerful.
No, it's okay. I'm here.
Sam, it didn't work. What are you doing? This is useless.
Carolyn.
I'm Chief Medical Officer on this base. It's my call who goes on this mission. Given my work with the CDC, infectious disease is my specialty.
I know. I'm your dad. Just came by to wish you luck.
Hang in there. Don't give up yet.
Hey. Thanks for coming.
This is worse than I thought.
Yeah, they're falling pretty fast.
What?
This is not working anymore. I'm sorry.
You have to keep trying. I mean, at least put on a show, keep their hopes up. I mean, we know you can do that.
Because of me, these poor souls are either going to die horribly or they're going to give in to the prior in the hopes that he'll heal them.
It's not because of you.
If I hadn't been so worried about my precious treasure, I would never have opened my big fat mouth and we never would have come here.
And these people would still have to either convert to Origin or face the consequences.
May I speak with you?
Well, this just seems like an unwinnable situation currently. Because if this is alright strat for every planet and gate they go through, I mean, we've got a problem.
We're just gonna have to wait and see.
Any idea why the hand device seems to have lost its effectiveness?
First, I'd have to understand even remotely how that thing works.
All right, I don't know if this helps or not, but we know the ancients were almost wiped out by a similar plague. I'm just bringing it up in case there's something in the research that's already been done.
You think the Ori gave it to them?
The symptoms and rate of progression here are remarkably similar.
Do you have any
Interesting.
hypotheses as to why we have not been affected?
No, we're still looking at your blood work.
Unless the ancient gene, maybe?
Oh, my forehead, am I hot?
No, but
Hotter than
then
usual?
they killed them,
Well,
so...
You know what I mean.
I've seen some bad situations before, but nothing like this.
And based on that comparison, what's your prognosis?
These people are gonna need a miracle.
Dr. Lamb, you're needed immediately.
I have to go. Lamb out.
She said lamb out. Lamb out, lamb out. That's what it sounded
He
like.
can't process toxins within his own system. He's essentially being poisoned to death.
Can't give him more medicine?
I hate having to say this, but there's nothing I can do.
funny. This is one of the few times where like I actually don't agree with SG-1 almost at all. Oh yeah?
Remove the body and prep for autopsy.
Can I have a minute with him first?
Yo, the episode's almost done.
This is the first, not the last.
You did everything you could.
You go ahead, Daniel.
Now, what is like you know, joining the Ori work? How does it?
Please, forgive those blinded by ignorance. People are dying. Our children are dying.
Still, not all of you.
They are not of us.
From the smallest seed of doubt springs forth a mighty poisonous tree of evil.
Yeah, all right. Cut the crap. I'm the one who told these people if they didn't bow down to you, bow down to the Ori, you might just give up and go away. Well, I was wrong. You don't have to kill them to prove a point to me.
Do you truly understand?
I understand this isn't about you and me.
Heal these people now.
Vala?
No, Daniel, I've had it with the Ori. I think it's time we sent them a message.
Only their faith can heal them now.
And you are useless to us.
Well, those are. I've never seen the tips of a P90 bullet. What is that? 5.56? What is that?
Stop it! We all bow to the power of the Ori.
Those are some sharp rounds. They made a ring.
Hallowed are the Ori.
Hallowed are. Take a shot.
How are you feeling?
Tingly.
And just like that, those who were dead have risen.
Oh my God.
All hail the Ori.
Look.
It's pretty big for her character as well. She hasn't traveled off world and seen anything like that.
Tell others what you have seen today.
So I guess I guess he's gonna stay within this galaxy now, and he can go to other places in our system. All right, it's a one-way trip, so he's gonna have to stay around and keep the mission going. You know what I'm saying? And that was my reaction video to Stargate SG-1 season number 9, episode number 5 here, and I have conflicting emotions about this episode, and I think this is more just like again, just to show the extent of what the Ori's mission is, flesh out, you know, sort of Vala's character a little bit more, to show just how kind of twisted she is to an extent, and I think more or less just to see, also to sort of further develop Landry and his daughter Lamb's relationship with each other. Like I said, this was God versus God. We find out that Vala, when she was, you know, obviously blended or whatever and was mixed with was a Gould, decided to, you know, keep some of the benefits, right? And that involved enslaving people, using their labor and whatnot for, I think, multiple years, 4 years, right? That's not like it was like, oh, I just turned back to human, let me just, you know, put some things aside, right? She actively and intentionally was manipulating and using these people and ruining their lives for whatever gain she felt, right? So it just felt a little odd that Teal'c didn't seem overtly upset about that, because that's the literal thing that he was trying to defeat, right? He stopped the Gould from enslaving all these people after 9 years, and now Vala, this person he's on a mission with, who's potentially going to be on SG-1, is in real time trying to like sort of play it off as like the memes that she's always like, I kind of just needed some storage room and a foot rub from enslaving these people for Naquita, right? So it's kind of chopped, and Daniel sort of defending it is kind of chopped too, in my opinion. Maybe I need to think about it, hear what you guys thought, but I think that was a very odd thing for them to do. That being said, by the end of this one, we got to sort of rehash that sort of trial that we had in Season 1, which was fun. Definitely think the Season 1 version was much better, obviously. I claim that to be sort of like a classic, almost like an earlier classic. And by the end of this one, we just see what the Ori are really, really about, and that is, you know, if you either join us, we'll inflict pain and your people will kind of die, but you're not really going to die, because eventually when you turn around, we'll revive everybody, right? So that's a pretty good tactic to to get people to conscribe and join to your MLM scheme. So yeah, I mean, I get what the Ori are trying to do. It's going to be interesting to see, like, and I don't agree with Daniel's position. Like, I get what he's trying to say. It's like they aren't gods, but it's like, dude, they're reviving people from the dead. I know this is technology, but like, you can't say that we have the same level of technology. Nowhere on Earth can you make somebody who cannot walk. Nowhere can you, like, even the ghoul technology has its limits. Like, these guys are clearly above and beyond what we're trying to do. So it's going to be cool to see where this progresses and what sort of, you know, other arguments are going to happen in with regards to religion, philosophies, life, and all that. So I think this was an interesting episode to pose that idea, but I don't know if maybe I just need to think about it a little bit more. But it was a little odd, I think. But the episode itself was fine enough, I thought. But y'all, what did you think about this episode? I would love to hear your thoughts about this one in the comment section down below. Again, the Ori aren't messing around. They're not. They're coming in droves. It seems as if he's just going to be going from gate to gate within this planet, not going back to the other galaxy, right? So they're just going to keep spreading around. So it's going to be cool to see how this goes down. We can now confirm that it's either you join us or we're going to sort of be, or I don't know if it was like specific because he was trying to spite Daniel that he made these people sick to believe, right? But that's what they can literally do. Whatever. They can stop bullets like it's a Matrix. They can cause a plague and reverse it. They can save you from death. It's pretty OP, man. It's pretty OP. So I mean, all I'm saying is that if they pulled up to me and I just found out the god that I was worshiping was actually not a god and, you know, ruined our lives and made us impoverished, you know, pulled us down into poverty for foot massages, I don't think I would be all too mad at the Ori either. With that being said, y'all, that was it for this episode. What did you think about this one? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. But with that being said, y'all, I will see you all for the next episode, which is going to be SGA 2X5. Love you guys.